Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So today's video, we are going down the rabbit hole, so make sure you put on your tinfoil hats for this one. Alright, now we as preppers, we prepare for as many things as possible, one being a EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Now stick with me here, we're going to go down a hole here. Alright, so with an EMP blast, it can be done many different ways. Sure, there is the natural coronal mass ejection that can knock out electricity, but an EMP that we're talking about is a man-made from a high altitude nuke exploding over the continental US, knocking out power. Now, we have seen that, yes, it is a real weapon. We have also seen that they have been warning that it could happen. Now, they've been doing some scenarios and stuff, and one of the main ones that people are looking at, especially with technology as far as missile delivery systems from other countries that really just don't have enough oomph to get it up. Yeah, so they've been playing with the idea of putting barges in the Gulf of Mexico, putting barges on the outside of the west coast, east coast. So I'm not saying this is happening, I'm just saying if I was to do this, this is a perfect setup. So we got all these ships off the west coast, Long Beach, stacked up, 64, 70, however many. They've been stacking up for a while. What's on these ships? Don't know. A lot of these ships are coming out of China. A lot of these ships could be legitimate shipping container ships. I know if I was in this situation, I'd be registering the ship through Lebanon, Yemen, some crap like that, and slip it up in there with the rest of them and do a launch. Now, we have interceptor systems where if something's coming at us, we can go towards it and knock it out. We don't have anything fast enough to chase a missile. Make sure you know that. Hypersonic missile, CFP, man, whatever. We don't have anything to chase down a missile. So if you're right there on our freaking coastline and you launch, by the time we get scrambled to intercept, it's already went past to wherever it's going to. Food for thought. Again, I'm not saying this is what's going down. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, if you want an FF event, a false Freddy, man, you got one perfectly set up. Now, looking around, I did not see anything in the Gulf of Mexico. I did not see anything staged up outside the East Coast. This all seems to be on the West Coast of things. But it doesn't take much just to push. It really doesn't. And that's just one scenario. You know what? Maybe they have the technology to launch multiples off of there. I don't know. Not scared of anything. I just keep my head on a swivel. I'm looking at this situation. I'm like, if I wanted to do something, that's what I'd do. I'd use a natural event, the crisis that they got there on the port, roll up in there, yeah, we're just another ship out of so-and-so, we're just here to deliver, and next thing you know, they're launching in the middle of the night. Just an idea, guys. This is why we use the EMP shield for our solar. This is why we use the EMP shield for our vehicle. Yes, I plug some of our products because we're affiliated with them. If you use our links, you get $50 off. And also those links, if they're running any type of special, you also get that special off too. So in the description, you will see EMP shield. That's what we use for our vehicle. In case of electromagnetic pulse, our vehicle will crank up. In case of an EMP blast, our solar system will work. We have the ability to create power. Now, can you live without electricity? Sure, you can. It's going to be rough. They say 90% of Americans would die if an event like this happened, whether it be a coronal mass ejection or an EMP blast. The main reason is for medical delivery, medical equipment that needs electricity, water. Most people, I know some of you guys and gals have wells, and you have the ability to pump out your well either with some type of pumping station that doesn't use electricity, or you have some things to back up to put in. Most people are on city water. When these plants go down, you're screwed. It's the way it is. The water will stop. Now, I have also want to talk about septic. All right. So, if you have your own septic system, a lot of people out here in the rural areas, we have our own septic system. We can actually pour water into our toilet and it'll flush down. If you are hooked up on city septic, that goes to a pumping station. It doesn't go into a large reserve like our septic tanks here in the rural areas. eventually it will back up into your home. So that's what a lot of people get confused about. Well, I just keep on pouring water. Well, if you're on city sewage, you can only do that for so long before it backs up. You're going to need water. You're going to need water for bathing, cooking, your hygiene, you know, bathing, hygiene, teeth, all that other good stuff. All right, so water is going to be one of the main things. Food delivery, there won't be any food delivery. There won't be any food delivery for a while. Now, will there be some agencies out there giving out handouts and stuff like that? You know, it just depends on how bad it is. If it's a massive event across the board, don't expect anybody to be there to hand you any MREs. Just don't. Get your stuff prepared. Now, I'm not saying prepare for something's fixing to happen because they got these ships up there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can see things. I'm like, that right there would be a perfect setup. There's all kind of weird stuff going on in our country and across the globe. A lot of military units are moving by. We got so much military drilling going on, which I'm all for, because I believe our military needs to be drilling. They don't need to be worried about what color the trash cans are today. All right, you guys start painting trash cans because you need to be doing something. No, our military always needs to be drilling. We do. So when I see aircraft and stuff like this moving around, new maneuvers, I don't really worry too much about it. I'm glad that they are moving things, but I have been seeing an uptake in it, and I want to know why there's an uptake in military training, military movement, these active bang drills, bioweaponry drills, subways, New York. Why do we have such an uptake? What is the threat that they know and they are not releasing to us? Could be nothing, could be something to think about. No, I'm not saying go run out and go buy a whole bunch of stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Keep to your normal preps. If you're a prepper, you got a routine that you usually do. You do it every 2 weeks. Every week you go buy an extra $100, or even if it's only $5. You go and do your routine. Do not mortgage your home. Do not go into debt to sit there and try to go prep, because we do not know when this is going to happen. Be smart about it. Put a little money back each week and then go buy preps that way. Don't go into debt, and don't harm yourself as far as going to be getting kicked out of your home because you dropped your rent money on food and nothing happens yet. We prepare in case something does happen. I do not have a crystal ball. Nobody does. The only people that know what could be happening and when it's going to happen are the ones that's going to cause the event. Those are the ones that know the date. They know the time. We, as normal civilians, do not know. Now, I know people argue, well, God knows. Yeah, God does know, but God doesn't interfere with a lot of stuff. He lets man play his things out a lot. Look out through history. He does. He let us do our own stuff a great deal. That's the thing about having free will. So, with that being said, it doesn't mean it's the rapture time because something happens. Look all the way throughout history. Depression, World War I, World War II, Civil War, all these wars, all these disasters, volcanoes erupting, all this stuff. It didn't mean the rapture was happening. Now, these people during those times, they believe it was the end time. That's up to you. We're not a religious channel. That's up to you on that stuff. I am preparing for the next day. I'm preparing for the 10 years down the road. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking for the easy button. Oh, well, God's going to come back, so I don't have to worry about it. No. I'm still going to be prepping because I don't know his timetable. Neither do you. All right, guys, keep on prepping. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch what's going on. Like I said, this is not meaning that this is going to happen. It just looks really bad. Talk to y'all later.